friends, and welcome to Toddler Storytime with Miss Natalie. I am so excited to see all of your smiling faces, and I cannot wait to share with you all of my fun books and songs all about cooking. Because the next holiday that's coming up is Thanksgiving, and on Thanksgiving, we cook a lot of food. Before we get started, let's do our morning stretches. Let's reach our hands out in front of us and wiggle all 10 of our fingers. Let's wrap our arms around and give us a big hug and turn side to side. Look over one shoulder and look over the other shoulder. Let's put our hands behind our head and look up to the sky and look down to the ground and reach our arms all the way up in the air and clap our hands 1, 2, 3 times and clap them into our laps. This book we're going to read, friends, tells you all the different ways that you would eat your food if you were a dinosaur. Let's find out what happens. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he burp, does he belch, or make noises quite rude? Does he pick at his cereal, throw down his cup, hoping to make someone else pick it up? Does he fuss, does he fidget, or squirm in his chair? Does he flip his spaghetti high in the air? Does a dinosaur glare? How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he spit out his broccoli partially chewed? Ew. Does he bubble his milk? Stick beans up his nose? Oh my. Does he squeeze juicy oranges with his big toes? I sure hope not. No. He says please and thank you. He sits very still. He eats all before him with smiles and goodwill. He tries every new thing, at least one small bite. He makes no loud noises. That isn't polite. He never drops anything onto the floor, and after he's finished, he asks for some more. Eat up, little dinosaur. Well, those dinosaurs sure know how to be polite and eat all of their food. What kind of dinosaur are you? Do you eat all of your food up, or do you try and sneak broccoli into a dog's bowl? Friends, the song we're singing this week is all about soup, but a special kind of soup, because this soup is called stone soup. That doesn't sound very good, is it? But we're gonna sing how we cook it together. So let's count to 3 and start our song. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. The stone goes in the soup. The stone goes in the soup. Can you help me stir? We stir and stir and stir and stir. The stone goes in the soup. Now let's add some carrots. The carrots go in the soup. The carrots go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The carrots go in the soup. How about we add some onions to our soup? The onions go in the soup. The onions go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The onions go in the soup. What else does our soup need? How about some chicken? The chicken goes in the soup. The chicken goes in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The chicken goes in the soup. We also need some dumplings. The dumplings go in the soup. The dumplings go in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The dumplings go in the soup. Now what are we missing? We have our vegetables. We have our dumplings, our chicken. We forgot about our broth, our chicken broth. It's not soup if there's no liquid in it, right? Ready? The chicken broth goes in the soup. The chicken broth goes in the soup. We stir and stir and stir and stir. The chicken broth goes in the soup. Now we're gonna ladle our soup. We pour the soup in bowls. We pour the soup in bowls. We eat, we all the soup. Pour the soup in the bowls. And now, stone soup is all gone. I love soup so much, especially with dumplings in it. And this is great soup weather because it's kind of cold at nights. And my second book for you, friends, is all about some ways you can have fun while cooking together as a family. This book is called Dancing in the Kitchen. It's 6 o'clock at Grandma's house. We all know that it's time to step into the kitchen, all in a line. Grandma turns the music up, we're ready to roll. She hands out the spoons and she hands out the bowls. We're making chicken and dumplings. The dumplings sit on top. Did Grandpa add the carrots? No. Then chop, chop, chop. Mama snaps the beans, throws them in the pot, adds a little water, and steams them till they're hot. Papa takes the beans, gives them all a butter pat, puts them in the top shelf to keep them from the cats. Dancing in the kitchen, the family's packed and tight. I think we may be dancing in the kitchen all night. Brother takes the shortcake and slips it on a dish. Sis piles up the strawberries any way we wish. I put on lots of whipped cream, I'm no fool, and I put it in the fridge to keep it really cool. Dancing in the kitchen, everyone's a chef. But if the baby gets the shortcake, then there won't be any left. That baby must love shortcake. Now dinner's ready and it's time to eat. But the music on the radio keeps us dancing on our feet. Everybody's hungry, but dinner's got to wait, because all the legs are moving except the chickens on the plates. Grandma sits us down while the food's still steaming hot. Grandma's at the bottom, Grandpa's at the top. Look at all that yummy food they're eating. Soon supper's over and the hour's getting late, but I'm dancing to the kitchen with nothing on my plate. Grandpa does the washing, we all pitch in to dry. We're still dancing in the kitchen with the radio way up high. Sometimes when you're cooking, friends, it can be really fun to dance. I love dancing when I cook something, though I've never done it with my family before. Friends, I had so much fun at Storytime with you. I hope you had such a good time listening to some songs and singing all about stone soup. Maybe you'll make it sometime. I can't wait to see you next week. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.